Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. 9:30 here in Dhaka, and happy weekend to all Bangladeshis. Friday is our weekend, so relatively peaceful and quiet. No schools are open, so I don't have to hear the honking and the noise and the car. It's just Friday is a good time. Even though I am in a little bit of a sad frame of mind, my car was hit by a car, so I have to fix it, but I cannot drive it until then. So a little bit sad. But anyway, so I will continue doing my work, and I plan to do a few videos today. So second episode I would like to do is a comparison video between one epic fragrance which I'm wearing scent of the morning called Cool Water. This is a 1988 classic by Pierre Bourdon, who I think also did Creed's Green Eye Street perhaps, but people say different things. So this fragrance has been in the market for long time, went through severe reformulation. When it came out first, the writings would be different. The fonts were different. If you could see the vintage batches in Google, you'll see those are very hard to find. And Cool Water was never an expensive fragrance. This was very affordable, budget-friendly fragrance. I always have a 200 ml that I carry because I need extra sprays with it. So this fragrance was of epic proportions. One of the top sellers in the market: Fahrenheit, this, Jerome Intense. If you name some of them, like La Nuit de l'Homme, Eros, Versace Forum, some of these fragrances are like top sellers. So is this is an iconic fragrance and still holds value to many. The sentiment wise, this is everybody's people who used it back in the days go-to guy. So I would like to put it against one of its clones called Haramain Etoiles. I reviewed this and I actually did sort of like comparison between the two, and I said this is the beast mode version of that. So I'd like to do like a comparison for you to understand it better, because when I do review like this, people do not know what I'm reviewing. Sometimes if you don't recognize the bottle, you don't watch it. So now you'll see Cool Water and the comparison. Perhaps you will be interested. Sorry, that was the tool. It's not me. So anyway, the thing is, let me tell you side by side price, presentation, juice, smell, notes breakdown, performance, pricing, all this compared which one comes out as a winner and which one you should look at. Then you get like a good idea, right? So basically, Cool Water, if this is a 200 ml, this is 100 ml, I think. Al Haramain. Al Haramain, they sell retail for very expensive price tag in Bangladesh. That is very sad thing. Because even though there's a Bangladeshi owner, but I think they treat Bangladesh as perhaps like a foreign country here. I'm not blaming them because they actually are not, producing the fragrances here. They are coming from Dubai, I think, and then they import it here. So the duty and everything makes them expensive. But you can buy Al Haramain in many other shops they carry for half the price or even sometimes one third of the price. So I see in prices like 55, 65, dollars. I did not pay that much. I paid about 35 or $37. And I think this fragrance was, I think for me it's a decent price. If you can find it, some shops here and sell it in foreign countries, $25, which is very good. On the other hand, Cool Water, they come standard 75, 125, and 200 ml. I think those are the bottle sizes. Maybe they're smaller. I don't know. Maybe 30 ml. So if you compare out of the two, if you say 100 versus 125, Cool Water is cheaper. Okay, nowadays it's about $35 it goes for. You get a little bit more juice, so I think Cool Water price wise is cheaper compared to this if you can find it for the Haramain for discounters. But if you find discounters, 25 bucks, and then against Cool Water, I think Al Haramain would be cheaper. So it depends on pricing. Let's say tie juice, side by side, 125 ml, you get 25 ml extra. Here you get a little bit less. Presentation wise, Cool Water comes in a very standard packaging, like a paper cardboard box. So bottle wise, I think Cool Water bottle looks really lovely. I love this old school bottles, blue bottle, and the side looks like an old school window of the houses in our country or Portuguese countries, perhaps. Like not Portuguese countries, like Portugal or somewhere. So we have like a lot, Portuguese people came here, so they left a lot of their heritage. So it reminds me of those old school kind of like bottles, and really lovely. I love the Cool Water bottle. I cannot lie to you, it looks amazing. Another thing, just as a reference point, I think Paul Walker was face of Cool Water, and he was one of my favorite actors. We lost him way too early. I really was upset, very upset, because Fast and Furious was my most favorite film. Nowadays I don't watch the films anymore. I don't like them that much. So Cool Water, it's all about that marketing, lot of years, like 88. How many of you were born? So this is in market for many decades. On the other side, this one I don't remember which year it came out, but it is much later. And this fragrance deserves so much more recognition because honestly speaking, this is the best dupe or alternative to Cool Water in the market. Okay, so if you ask about cool water, let me talk about the original. They have seawater, lavender, mint, green notes, rosemary, cologne, coriander, sandalwood, neroli, geranium, jasmine, musk, oak moss, tobacco, cedar, and ambergris. So here, one of the funniest thing, I never found any tobacco in this fragrance. What I found was kind of like a rosemary, lavender, sea notes, blue green fragrance with kind of like a, spices. It's a masculine fragrance, but first time I smelled it, I felt it's a bit for mature men. So if you know Green Irish Tweed, people say this is the one of the best alternatives. But sadly, this fragrance does not like perform as you love a fragrance to perform. Okay, on me, 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours pushing, but that point is very, very faint. So it's just a fair thing to say this is a beautiful fragrance, classy, nostalgic perfume with below average performance. I would say so because at this age, this kind of fragrance, this DNA, there are many fragrances, blue fragrance like Dylan Blue, they last about 7, 8, 10 hours. So some people are a little bit disappointed, but they stick to it. They just overspray or respray every few hours. So is there any solution to this? Yes. Cool water in the market still, yes, selling. They have a lot of flankers, but nothing smell like that one. This one is the ideal replacement. This one smells so much like cool water. Let's just spray it. Spray is very, very good. I think I like the cap. It's kind of like bling bling, but this is plastic, okay? But the bottle looks nice, right? So moment you spray it, you know right away. You know right away you love it. This is so much more brighter than cool water. It's not as bitter. The lavender in this is much cleaner, and there's some citrusy elements. It reminds me of some of the creep openings, like Silver Mountain water or something like that. It has this sparkly opening, which is their own citrus, and their bitterness is less. So this is more watery and aquatic, and you can even say, as far as my memory serves, cool water, this is sea water, right? This one feels like the sea, ocean, but there's no salty accords. So imagine a sea without too much of salt, blue accords, and clean lavender, but not so powdery, not so bitter. It's just clean, fresh, with a hint of Middle Eastern um, elements. There's some Middle Eastern vibes to it, like let's say Rasa Zenteba, good clone of Silver Mountain water, but it has its own champagne accord, some sweet accords, and like Hawas, similar to Invictus Aqua. But that fragrance also has its own like Middle Eastern breeze vibe. This one has some Middle Eastern vibe, and it not to say this one becomes an like Middle Eastern type of fragrance. This smells very modern. If this one, is packaged under cool water and like Davidoff, and they release this as a new cool water, like cool water Perfume already is there, but let's say a new formulation of cool water. This one will be top seller over Creeds or Dior's or any Chanel's because people will love this fragrance to come back. We waited for cool water intense, Perfume, a lot of these other flankers, but they never really release anything that smells like real cool water. This one does smell like cool water and better. And performance from this is beastly. Beastly fragrance, okay? Like 5, 6 hours easy. For a fresh fragrance, that is crazy. So cool water, where it's gone in 1.5 to 2 hours. After that, very uh, you can say skin scent. This one performs double, so you should definitely look at this one. And today I would not say like Al Haramain wins over cool water because the original smell is original, right? But if you're looking for a better alternative, more value and more performing version, this is the one. Etoile, Al Haramain Etoile is definitely a beautiful fragrance. Check it out, and I think you can definitely see which one you like better. Thank you so much for watching. Time for one more video, then we'll upload it. Take care.